Hello everyone, Mantle Collectibles back here doing another grading send-off. We're going to SGC this time. Got 27 cards, mostly vintage, but there's a couple other newer things in here. I'm really sending off to get autos graded and some of those things, but got a pretty good group here. I wanted to show you guys what I'm sending, give you some estimates what I think the grades are going to be. As always, give us a follow, give us a like, check out anything we have on eBay there, or you can always reach out via Instagram, Facebook. If you're interested in anything, and the website there takes you directly to the eBay page as well. So give me a shout, give us a like, give us a follow. Let's get into this. So first here we got a Reggie Jackson rookie. It's 1969 tops. This is actually cracked out of another grading company, so there is some risk here that this could come back authentic. I did measure it, and if you look at it in the sleeves, it doesn't look to be trimmed, but it's from one of those knockoff grading companies from the 90s, so I mean there is potential. If it passes the inspection for not being trimmed, which I hope it will, it looks pretty good. I think it'll come back a 5. It's pretty well centered. Little wear in the edges, corners, but surface looks good. I think it'll be a 5, which is what I'm hoping for. So that's what we're gonna go with on that one. Hopefully that's the case. Next here we got a Rogers Hornsby hand cut. This one is a 1921 W516-2-1. This is just authenticated. Just trying to get it authenticated. Rare card. Obviously, very old hand cut. See, it's pretty beat up there. Actually presents pretty well otherwise. It's obviously cut weird. I could try to clean that up, but I don't really like to mess with cleaning these cards up. So, but it's got wrinkles all through the back. Still a pretty decent card if it gets authenticated. Probably worth a couple $100. So hopefully that one comes back an A. Next one here, we got an Albert Pujols rookie, Chrome late edition. This card looked really good. I do see a little bit of whitening here in the corner. I'm just hoping for a 9. There's a little whitening up there in the edge too. But I think this could be a 9. Chance at an 8, just based on some of the whitening in the back, but I'm going for a 9 here. I picked this one up raw off of eBay. So that's that one. Trying to mark down these grades so I don't forget when I do the reveal. Next here we got a 52 Bowman Warren Spawn. This card looks really clean, off-centered, but color looks good. Got a little bit of wax in the back there. I think this will come back let's say a 3.5. Or a little bit of center. I think it probably could be a 4 or 5, but I'll say a 3.5 just because of the centering and the wax. 2 spots there. So 52 Spawn, we'll say that's a 3.5. Next year we got another Warren Spawn, 52 tops. Again, off-centered, but great color. Surface looks pretty good. No wrinkles. It's the black back. This is probably going to come back a I'm going to say it's probably a 3. All depends on centering. It's pretty heavily miscut. Could be a 2, but I'm going to say that's probably going to be a 3. So that's that one. Next here we got a Jack Christensen. This is 1952 Bowman, small. Really well centered, great color, great surface. I'm only sending this in because I do think it has a potential for high grade. It is a Hall of Famer. The lines, I think this could be a 6. It's kind of what I'm hoping for, is a 6 on the Christensen here. Next, we got another Bowman small, autogram. Another legendary Hall of Famer here. Similar condition, not quite as good. Color's great though. These cards are kept in very good condition. I bought these in a big lot of football cards sometime last year. Just haven't gotten around to doing anything with them yet, but this one's not quite as clean. You can see the corners are a little more beat up. Dead centered though. I'm going to say that's a 5 for the autogram. There's a 51 autogram. This one's not quite as good. Corner's a little rougher. Back looks great. Very clean. Again, great centering on this card. So I'm going to say this is probably a 4 just based on the corners. Edge wear, but presents very well. So we'll say that's a 4. This next one's a pretty cool card. It's pretty beat up, but you don't really come across this very often. It's 1935, United Tobacco Company. Joe Louis, rookie card. See, it's got all the staining there. Not really sure what they'll give this. I was originally kind of hoping for a 3, but with all the staining and everything, I'm not really sure. It's got a little wear up here too. I mean, it could come back authentic because of all the stains. Not sure. I really just want I want to get it authenticated. I bought it raw, obviously, in an auction. I'm going to say it's a 2, but I don't really know. It could be higher, it could be A. I'm not sure. So we'll say that Joe Louis is a 2, but I think it's going to look really great in a SGC holder. Just be glad to get it authenticated. All right, next, got an Ernie Lombardi, Baseball Hall of Famer. I've got a couple of his cards. This is a 1934 Gouty. Actually, it's not a Gouty. It's Worldwide Gum. It's actually the short print here. It's not the Gouty. So this is the Canadian version. Tough to come across these cards. Printed in Canada, which is why I'm sending this in. See, it's a little off-centered, rounded corners. I think this could still get a 3, based on what I see. Got a little wear there in the back. Probably a chance it could get a 2, but I'm going to say a 3 on the Ernie Lombardi Worldwide Gum. Next, got another one here I picked up off eBay in an auction. Another Baseball Hall of Fame. This one will go to my Baseball Hall of Fame collection when it comes back. This is 1911 Sweet Capital T205 Hugh Duffy. Got a little mark there. It's a little wrinkle there in the side. This card's pretty beat up, but I just like to get these authenticated and get them in a holder. Some staining. This is probably like a 1.5, maybe a 2, but I'm going to say a 1.5 in the Hugh Duffy. Really just looking to get it authenticated. Next here, I'm mainly sending this in because of the auto, which I think is a 10 auto. It's Wade Boggs, Hall of Famer, number to 10, so extremely short print. This is 2019 Topps Diamond Icons, the purple. The card is clean as well. It's a thicker card, so tough grades on these typically, but I do think this will be a 9 with a 10 auto. Is the reason I'm sending this in. Outside chance of a 9.5. I don't really see much whitening. I think it is in good shape, but just you don't see many higher than 9s in these thick cards. So hope it comes back with a 9 with a 10 auto. And then we got another auto here. This one's not quite as good. A little streaky, but it is a Vlad Guerrero Jr. Short print to 85. This is the 2021 Museum Collection. Archival autographs to 85. I don't think it's going to get the 10 auto, but The card looks pretty good. Otherwise, a little whitening up here. It's probably only going to be an 8 or a 9. I just wanted to get this one encased. Again, with the black SGC holder, I think it'll look good. The front looks much better than the back does. The front looks very clean. Not really any surface issues. Auto's a little streaky, obviously. The back does have some whitening in the corners, which is why I think it could get a 9. I'm going to say an 8 just because pretty much all those corners are touched. But we'll see. So I'm going to say an 8 on the Vlad. Really just looking to get it protected, get it encased. Next here, we've got a big card. Nice thing about sending these big cards into SGC is that they still will holder them for the same cost, assuming they're not too big. And this falls in within the guidelines of the 4x6. So this is a 1936 National Chickle R313 Rogers Hornsby. Blank back. See, it's got some glue. This was attached to something at one point. This is probably going to come back an A. That's all I'm looking for. Got a little mark there as well. But pretty cool card, big card. So looking for an A. Could get a 1, but we'll say A on this one just because of the paper wear on the back. Next here, we've got a Bobby Hull. It's a 2001 Upper Deck Premier Collection, Premier Signatures Bobby Hull. Again, some of these things I think it has a chance to, it's probably not a 10 auto. They won't grade the auto if it goes in like this. It's got a couple little marks. The card itself looks pretty good though. I don't really see too many issues with it. Little stuff in the corners. But again, just want to get it authenticated, get it in a slab. It's probably a 9 based on what I see. Good centering. Don't see a whole lot wrong with it. A little something there in that corner, like a little mark. But we'll say this one's a 9, and I don't believe this will get a 10 auto. Next here is one I just picked up. Actually, these come encased, and I broke it out. I have 2 other Brian Hayes autos that I've picked up and gotten graded actually by HGA. This I'm going to send to SGC. This is Topps Chrome Black, the orange version out of 25. Super Futures. This car looks really good. Came encased in a 1-touch, sealed from Topps. I'm sending it in because I think it could 10. I think it's got an outside chance at 10ing. It is a thicker card though, so you never know. I do think it will. I mean, it should be a 9.5 unless there's something I'm not seeing on the surface. A lot of the scratches you're seeing are on the case. So I think it's a really cool looking card. Again, my third Brian Hayes auto. The best of the 3 as well. The others are not quite this good. One was numbered, I think, 99 or something. You see it in one of my other videos. I showed those when they came back from HGA. But hoping for I'm going to say a 9.5, and the auto is very clean, on card. So I'm going to say 9.5 with a 10 auto on the Hayes. Really hoping for a 10. Be nice to get a 10-10 on this. Next here we got a short printed Shaq from Leaf. So picked this up in auction. Got a pretty decent deal on it. It's numbered to 9. 7 of 9 Leaf. It's I'm not sure if this is the teal or the light blue, but these are pretty hard to come by. Card's in great shape. Not perfect though. I think it'll get a 9. It is a sticker auto. You can see it's got some some of the glue around the sticker. I don't know how that'll impact the card. I'm not sure that I'll get a 10 auto. It is a little streaky. Looks like it kind of goes off the sticker. But just, again, this is a Shack to 9, and you don't see these very often, so I just want to get it encapsulated. I think this will probably be a 9 with, and I don't think the auto will get a grade. I don't think it's a 10 auto. So we get lucky, it will be. But probably a 9 there on the Shack. Next here, this one I'm not sure what's going to happen with this. This is an 1887 Old Judge, Chris Vonderay. The issue here is, I mean, obviously the card is hand cut or is pretty messed up, but the backing on the card has been torn off. So this card is like paper thin because the backing on the card is gone. So I'm kind of taking a chance here because you don't come across 1887 Old Judge cards every day. I'm just hoping they authenticate it. I don't know if they will because it is missing almost half the card. You can see where the cardboard used to be on the back. Not there anymore. I'm not real familiar with these. I assume that this is supposed to have a backing on it. I could be wrong. It could be supposed to be paper thin. I am not familiar with these Old Judge cards. This thing is like flimsy thin. So we'll see. But just hoping for an A there on that one. Next here we got 1956 Topps Willie Mays. This card is beat. But it's a 56 Mays. This is just gonna be a oof. I mean, it's gonna be an A or a 1. It's heavily creased. Obviously, this thing was probably made its way around a bicycle chain or bicycle spokes a few times. I'm gonna say A just because of how creased it is, but it could get a 1. Next here, you got another 56. This is a Mickey Mantle. This is the grayback. Another A. But Mantle, even an A in this in 1956, is a pretty valuable card. Anytime I get Mantles from the 50s or 60s, I try to grade them unless they're in terrible shape. 50s, I almost always grade them, even if they're going to get an A. So I expect this to get an A. Kind of beat up, but worth getting protected. And see what we get back. Next here's a racing card. I actually bought a huge lot of Kyle Busch cards. I think I won an auction with I feel like it was like 50 of his cards. This one looked pretty cool. Short print of the 18. It's quad patch, or it's like a fender patch, tire. It's like a quad relic thing going on here. Auto looks great, so I think it's probably a 10 auto. Card looks very clean. I don't really see too many issues with it. I think it'll be a 9 just because of, again, it's a thick card. So this is the 2021 Panini Chronicles Cornerstones. The Auto Quad Patch is what they call it. So I'm hoping for a 9 with a 10 auto on this one. Be my first graded racing card I've ever done. So hopefully we get a good return on that one. Next one here is pretty cool. This is a 1909 to 1911 American Caramel Company E90-1 Rube McCard. Hall of Famer. This one will go to my Hall of Fame collection. These are kind of hard to come by. Don't see these very often. I do think this will get a number grade. Even though it's pretty rounded, I do think it'll get a 1. That's what I'm hoping for, but I would take an authentic as well. So just looking to get this protected for the future. So, pretty cool card there. Next, we got a hand cut. Seem to be coming across a lot of these hand cuts lately. I've been buying a lot of these. So 1926 W512 Dazzy Vance hand cut. Blank back. You guys have seen a couple of these from me. This one looks great. I mean, whoever cut it did a pretty good job. I don't know if they got the full card. That's what determines whether they give these things an A or a grade, is whether they got the full card. I can see some of the dots, the dashes here. It looks like they may have gotten most of it, but it's really hard to tell. I'm just looking for an A on this one as well. Another Hall of Famer. This one will end up in my Hall of Fame collection. So just trying to get it protected in an SGC slab, and if it gets a number grade, great. Otherwise, looking for an A. This card I just picked up in a trade. I was with my older brother. We made a trip out to Pittsburgh, and I met him in Virginia to make the trip out. We had a bunch of card shops on the way. This one I picked up in a trade, traded a bunch of modern stuff, and found this one in the case for what I felt was a fair price, and it looks like a very high grade. This is a 58 Brooks Robinson. I think I bought this for I think I got this for $125 in trade, which I thought was pretty fair. The back is off center, but the front looks really good. Corners look sharp. Centering on the front is pretty good. I think this could be a 6. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Outside chance at a 7, depending on that back centering, how bad they hit that. But I'm going to say this could be a 6. Just based on how it looks, the surface is fantastic on it too. So, say that Brooks is going to get a 6. Next here, same trip, picked this one up. Bought 2 or 3 cards together. This, there's some staining on this, so you can kind of see it. It's got some like reddening almost around the corners. Don't know what that's from. So there's a risk this could be authentic if they ding it for that. The rest of the card looks great. I think it's a 4. Depending on how that impacts the card. So I don't know. I got it for a decent price, so okay taking a chance. This is 1949 Bowman, Phil Rizzuto, colored back. So this does have a little nick there, but I think it could still pull a 4 with that. It's really about the staining. So I'm going to say a 4 on the Rizzuto. And we're down to 2 more. Some other recent pickups from some auctions I've bought. First here we got a Hank Aaron, 1956 Topps. You can see this one's got a lot of surface wear. Also has some, where is it? There's a crease. Actually, it might be covered up by my thing here. You kind of see it here. There's a little crease coming through, light crease, doesn't go through to the back. It does kind of go through the back here. There's like a couple different creases. It's like that one you just saw doesn't really come through the front too much. Slightly, I guess. Then there's a little mark here coming across his face. That's a back crease. Right here. So this is a white back. Pretty good centering. Centered good. Surface issues, creases. I think it's probably a 2.5 is what I'm hoping for. So we'll see what this gets. But card looks pretty good for the age. Again, centering is great on this card. So hope for a 2.5 on the Hank Aaron. And last but not least, another card I picked up at an auction. Only sending this in because it's a decent card. It's not highly valuable on a low grade, but the usual 1960 Topps looks to be high grade to me. a little off center, but sharp corners, great surface, which is why I'm sending it to SGC and paying the money. I think this could get a 6 as well. Outside chance at a 7. Little OC on the back. Again, it seems I'm getting hit with OC on the back with some of these, but I'm going to say that's probably a 6. Just based on how it looks. So hope for a 6 there. So that is it. I know SGC's been turning these around very quickly. I've been seeing things where SGC's grading stuff in a day, and I don't know how soon I'll get these back. I've got quite a few cards out now. I'm still waiting on 40 cards from PSA from last March. I now have another, I think, 70 cards at CSG that I showed you guys a video on last week or 2 weeks ago. Now I'm sending these 27 out to SGC. So have over 100 cards out, nearing 150 cards waiting to get back. Mainly vintage stuff, but also some modern stuff. And I'm trying to put together one more CSG order by the end of the week. Their prices go up July 5th, and I'm trying to see if I can get together 50 cards that make sense to the $12 level. Look good enough. Some more vintage stuff there. I've got probably about 20 cards together I'm gonna send, but I gotta get up to 50 for their bulk deal. So may see another video by the end of the week, before the 5th, to see if I can get that done. Otherwise, I'll just wait, see if PSA comes down anymore to send them off. So if you like the video, give us a like. Again, give us a follow on the major platforms. Find us on Facebook, Instagram. Get us on MySlabs. There's our eBay information as well. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks.